Okay, today our topic is on equation of motion. Equation of motion means the equation which involves displacement, initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, and time of motion of a moving body. That is known as the equation of motion. Or in simple term, you can tell equation of motion like this also. Or equation which shows the relationship between displacement, initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, and time of motion. That equation is known as equation of motion. In simple term, equation which shows the relationship between displacement, initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, and time of motion. That is known as equation of motion. And we can find or we can derive the equation of motion from the definition of average velocity and acceleration. Okay, consider a moving body on a straight line with a uniform acceleration as soon as in the figure. Here you can see in the figure that a body is moving with a initial velocity u, and it has a uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means that rate of change of that velocity is same. Rate of change of that velocity is same, uniform. And this is the final velocity. This is the final velocity. And after certain period of a time, it covers a distant displacement, that is yes. And it takes t time for moving from point A to point B. Okay. Here S represent displacement, initial velocity represent is represented by u, and final velocity represented by v. Acceleration is represented by a, and time taken is represented by t. And you can remember these terms by using a simple word subhat. Here S represent displacement, u represent initial velocity, v represent final velocity, a represent an acceleration, and t represent time taken. Okay, let's find the first equation of motion. First equation of motion shows the relationship between u, v, a, and t. First equation of motion shows the relationship between u, v, a, and t. And we derive the first equation of motion from the definition of acceleration. And we know the definition of acceleration is the rate of change of velocity per unit time. And we know the formula of acceleration, that is change in velocity by time taken. And we know how we can calculate the velocity, change in velocity, and we can calculate the change in velocity by subtracting the initial velocity from the final velocity. And when we divide that by time taken, that will give the result of acceleration. And we can write that in short form: a is equal to v minus u by t. Here b means final velocity, u means initial velocity, t means time taken, which you already know in that before slide. And when we do cross multiplication, then it be at equal to v minus u. Then we got the first equation of motion. First equation of motion, and this first equation of motion shows the relationship of velocity with respect to time if there is uniform acceleration. When there is uniform acceleration. Okay, let's find out the second equation of motion. Second equation of motion tell us about the relationship between s, u, v, and t. S, u, v, and t. And we find out the second equation of motion from the definition of average velocity. We have two definition of average velocity, and one definition tell us that average velocity is the arithmetic mean of initial velocity and final velocity of a moving body. Average velocity is the arithmetic mean of the initial velocity of arithmetic mean of initial velocity and final velocity of a moving body. Your arithmetic means the middle value, average value. And another definition we have: average velocity is calculated by Another definition we have, average velocity is the total displacement by time taken, and we know the formula of average velocity, that is total displacement by time taken. And if these both give the value of average velocity, then they must be equal. So from that two definition, we know that they both are equal because they both give the average velocity. And again we do cross multiplication, then we got this result. When you do cross multiplication, 2 multiply s and t multiply this u plus b, then we got this in second step. Then when we take this to this side, it will be u plus b by 2 into t. How it be? uh, Before time it was in multiplication. When we take into the right hand side, then it will be in divide form. That's it. And we got the second equation of motion. Second equation of motion shows the relationship between s, u, v and t. S, u, v and t. Okay, let's derive third equation of motion. Third equation of motion gives the relationship of s, u, a and t. S, u, a and t. And how we can derive this? We can derive this equation from the definition, or from the equation first and equation second. From the equation first and second, we can derive the equation third. Here we have to substitute the value. Here we have to put the value of b in equation. Put the value of b from equation first to equation second. Then we got this result. We know the value of b in equation first is b is equal to u plus at. We substitute that value here. Then we have to do simple mathematics here. We open the bracket, then it be 2u plus at. Then we consider this t. Yes, this t is in numerator, so we keep here in the off. Then we got when we multiply and this both by t, then we got 2ut plus at square, and down to is same. And this 2 is for both. It is this 2 is for this also, and this 2 is for this also. So when we separate this, then we got u plus t plus 1 by 2 at square. This is our third equation of motion. Third equation of motion. Okay, now fourth equation of motion. In fourth equation of motion, there we find the relationship between u, v, a and s. We find the relationship between u, v, a and s. Again, here also we take the help of that equation first and equation second, and we derive the equation 4. Equation 4 or fourth equation. Here, for the derivation of that fourth equation, we have to put the value of t from the equation first. This is equation first. This is equation first. Here, from here we have to find out the value of t, and this value is substituted in equation second. And what is the value of t? Here the value of t from the equation first is b minus u by a. B minus u by a, and that value is substituted in the equation second. Here this is the value of t which we get from the equation first, and we do see simple mathematics here. Here it will be in a square minus b square form, like a square minus b square equal to a plus b, a plus b, a minus b. Same thing here also. Here b is at first, so you can put this here also, b plus u. because they both are in positive sign, so it don't make so much difference. So we can change this. Then we got this value b square minus u square by 2a. Then we again do cross multiplication. Then we got 2as equal to b square minus u square. And when we take this negative u square in left hand side, then we got b square is equal to 2as plus u square. This is our fourth equation of motion. Fourth equation of motion. In this fourth equation of motion, we find the relationship of b, a, s, and u. This is all about fourth equation, all about equation of motion. Okay, and after knowing that, you have to remember some points to solve the numerical problem. In your three cases, you have to remember this. Case number one: if a body falls freely under the actions of gravity, then acceleration is equal to g. Or when a body falls under the effect of gravity, we represent a as g. Or g means acceleration due to gravity, and s equal to h, displacement equal to h. In case of a when the body is falling freely under the action of gravity, and in this case, initial velocity will be 0. Initial velocity u equal to 0. Remember, when a body starts from rest, initial velocity will be 0, and when a body is thrown from the height, at that time also initial velocity u is equal to 0. If the question don't give that value also, you have to understand that when something is thrown from height, its initial velocity will be 0, and when some car or vehicles start from rest, then their initial velocity will be 0. Similarly, in case second, if a body is thrown vertically upward, then a equal to negative j. A equal to negative j, meaning your acceleration value will be in negative. Acceleration value will be in negative, and yes, your s represent h, as in that case first. Here you have to remember, when a body is thrown vertically upward, when we throw something vertically upward, then the value of g will be negative. And final velocity at the maximum height, when you throw something upward, is 0. Is 0. And beside that, when we apply the brake, at that time also our final velocity will be 0. Final velocity will be 0. Or car or bus, any vehicles, they stop. Initially they are moving, and after some time they stop, then their final velocity will be 0. And another case is when a body is traveling or moving with a uniform velocity, then acceleration will be 0. Why? Because acceleration means rate of change in velocity, and in case of uniform velocity, there is no change in velocity. That's why no acceleration. No acceleration means 0 acceleration. Okay, let's revise that again. In the problem, as in case of that numerical problem, if three quantities are given, we can calculate the rest quantities using the equation of motion. Three quantities will be given in the question. You have to find out that, and all the rest of the quantities you can calculate by using the equation of motion. And we have four equation of motion. According to the equation number 1, we have b is equal to u plus at. According to the equation second, we have s is equal to u plus b by 2 into t. According to the third equation, we have s equal to ut plus 1 by 2 at square. According to the fourth equation, we have b square equal to 2as plus u square. And we discussed that point to remember also. From that, we know that when we throw something upward, or when something fall down under the effect of gravity, we have to substitute that a by g and s by s. Your same thing, and formula will be same, just by the substituting that a by g and s by s. Here you can see equation first will be b equal to u plus gt. Here g means acceleration. Because it is freely falling under the effect of gravity. And here h is equal to u plus b by u plus v by 2 into t. Here h means displacement, which is equation second. Here h, here s, here a, here g. Just substituting that. In case of that body falling under the effect of gravity, falling freely under the effect of gravity. And in case when we throw the something vertically upward, at that time the value of g will be negative. G will be negative. So here will be negative sign, negative sign. Other all will be same, just negative sign. Where we use acceleration, here is acceleration due to gravity, so we use here negative sign. Other all will be same.